and a lovely Easter weekend and had lots of chocolate. Here is chapter 2 of The Iron Man, which you will need for this week's English work. The Return of the Iron Man. One evening, a farmer's son, a boy called Hogarth, was fishing in a stream that ran down to the sea. It was growing too dark to fish. His hook kept getting caught in weeds and bushes. So he stopped fishing and came up from the stream and stood listening to the owls in the wood further up the valley, and to the sea behind him. "Hush," said the sea, and again, "Hush, hush, hush." Suddenly he felt a strange feeling. He felt he was being watched. He felt afraid. He turned and looked up the steep field to the top of the high cliff. Behind that skyline was the sheer rocky cliff and the sea, and on that skyline, just above the edge of it, in the dusk, were 2 green lights. What were 2 green lights doing at the top of the cliff? Then, as Hogarth watched, a huge dark figure climbed up over the cliff top. The 2 lights rose into the sky. They were the giant figure's eyes. A giant black figure, taller than a house, black and towering in the twilight, with green headlamp eyes. The Iron Man. There he stood on the cliff top, looking inland. Hogarth began to run. He ran and ran. Home, home. The Iron Man had come back. So he got home at last, and gasping for breath, he told his dad, "An Iron Man! An Iron Man! A giant!" His father frowned. His mother grew pale. His little sister began to cry. His father took down his double-barreled gun. He believed his son. He went out. He locked the door. He got in his car, and he drove to the next farm. Okay, Year 4, that is actually all you need for this week's work. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to take pictures or videos of your work or you performing your work, because we are working on a safe place for you to share them with us, or you can always email them to us, to the Year 4 email. Okay, have a lovely week.